Come and listen to this tale about a dude named Ted, standing there just looking at the tools in his shed. And then he got to thinking, just looking ain't no fun. Let's pick one up and plug it in and see if it'll run. It did. Pretty good, too. Now old Ted's a happy guy 'cause he's got a pretty wife. Figures if he plays it right, he'll keep that gal for life. That gal, her name is Beverly, and he's her hillbilly. He's sweet on her, she's sweet on him, they're happy as could be. She's Beverly, he's Hillbilly, he's Beverly's hillbilly.
Hello, it's me again. I just thought I'd show you what I just dug out of winter storage. It is my recumbent tricycle that I built. Unfortunately, at the time I wasn't videoing what I was doing, so I can't show you how I built it unless I build another one, which I might do. Anyway, I'm going to give it a little ride. It appears to work. I actually made it to the top of the hill. Much better than I did last year, first time out. I don't think I made it quarter of the way up. But I've been a little more active this past winter. Anyway, I really wish I had brakes. Lots of fun coming down the hill though. So it occurs to me I should show you this thing a little bit more than just me riding out the driveway and back in. Here's the front axle hubs. I actually downloaded a set of plans from the internet. Only problem with them is most of these places think that you're independently wealthy if you're going to build something like this. And that's not the case with me. I'm so poor that I can't even pay attention. Anyway, yeah, I don't have a milling machine. I don't have a lathe or any of those things, so I use what I have. And I think I'll let this truck go by. School bus, I guess. Anyway. So I took some of the angles and things that they talked about and I transferred it to flat pieces of metal, which I bent to work around the front steering mechanism from a regular bicycle that I cut the top and bottom off of. Well, I cut the bottom off of because you can take it apart from the top. And I welded stuff onto it so that it was strong enough to stand the strain of a single bolt into it. And a lot of the other stuff I kind of just cobbled together myself. I was fortunate enough to find an old bicycle frame whose cross member, or one of them, was actually the right size to fit inside of this pipe, which is just cut on the bottom, and then a piece of what did I use there? I think it was just actually a piece of 3/4 inch rod and I drilled and tapped one side, and the other side I drilled it so that it was big enough for the bolt to spin in it, and then welded them to the frame, and those tightened down so that you can actually adjust the pedals in and out. And for a chain guide, simply a piece of garden hose painted black. Everything on this side is the same. I constructed the seat myself using a cheap ratchet strap that I cut the ratchets off of, and then I learned how to use my wife's sewing machine and made a, well, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it does work. Right now it needs to be tightened up a bit because when I sit on it, there's a cross member here that my butt catches on right here. This should have been made out of this back piece, which again is all homemade. Should have been made with something that wasn't quite so stretchy. This stuff that it's on there is actually stuff from a cargo, a tarp kind of affair, and I think I may have to rebuild it because it's a little bit on the not strong enough side, although the rope that's tied to it does kind of carry all right. The rear assembly is just taken out of an old bicycle and repurposed a little bit. These were bent a little sharper, or well, there was no bend in them at all here to begin with, but I had to shorten this down to accept this assembly. And here is where the old pedals used to be, and I just welded a piece in there and put a bolt through it to carry the chain guides. Under here there is a, I don't know if you can see it or not, can you? Maybe you can. There it is. I don't know if it's going to focus on it. That is actually a rollerblade wheel that I cut a groove in so that the chain, where did it go? I lost it again. So that the chain can ride in it to take the strain when you're pedaling. And well, the angles and things I got from the plans that I got from the internet. Unfortunately, right there is the only brake I've got. I would like very much to find slightly smaller front wheels for it with disc brakes, and I would just mount a caliper in here to actuate the brakes. It actually has Ackerman's principle designed into the steering mechanism so that when you turn the wheels, this wheel, when you're turned that way, turns sharper than that wheel does, and vice versa, so that it tracks properly. And regular gearing doesn't work very good right now. It needs some adjustment or something. Right now it's so that I have enough power to drive it, but it gets out and goes down the road pretty good. No shimmies, no shakes. And overall, I'm kind of pleased with the result. Someday I'll get some front wheels and some disc brakes for it so I can actually stop, though. That would be really good. Anyway, that's my answer to a bicycle, because these wrists, what you see there is a result of surgery after a 20-foot fall to a concrete floor and shattered both wrists, and I can't support my weight on a regular bicycle anymore, so this is now my mode of transportation when I want to ride a bicycle. Listen to him. Can you see him up there? Little goldfinch. Pretty little things. We've got orioles here already. rose-breasted grosbeaks, blue jays, cardinals, you name the beautiful bird, I'm pretty sure we probably got it. Anyway, even red-winged blackbirds. You got lots of those birds too. Big farmers' tractors and stuff going up and down the road. Anyway, that's as in 1963 Impala would say, that's my ADD kicking in. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that. So, until next time, this is Beverly's Hillbilly logging out. See ya.
So now I guess this episode is all done and said. I would like to thank you all for visiting with Ted. If you'd like to see what's next, why not subscribe and see? It's not that hard, just click on it, it's easy as could be. Comment too, I'd like that.